Aries! Hi, welcome to Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. I will be your Starchaeologist for this June reading. June is busting out all over. Musical theater reference, check it out. Can't wait to deliver to you the June message from the divine that you most need to hear right now. The moment that you are finding this video is the right moment for you to find it. Welcome. I also encourage you, this video is good for sun sign, rising sign, moon, Venus. I also encourage you to check out the readings for your, all of those for you. And it is an honor and a privilege to connect with you right now today. I seriously love you, and I'm so excited to get started. Let's shuffle. Aries, the wheel of fortune is turning, and I believe it's turning in your favor. There have been, because it's rewarding you with a new idea, a new decision, a fresh decision, a mental clarity like you haven't had perhaps in a while. Why? Because there has been someone that you have been mentally drained by, perhaps for a really long time, or at least just in recent times. This has been kind of a mental vampire for you, someone who has benefited a lot from your ideas, your creativity, your logic, your intellectual property, even in some cases. But it has made things mentally confusing for you, because this is someone, I'm hearing for many of you, this is someone that you are actually close with, someone that you care about immensely, someone that you want to be helping and serving. And without really even knowing it, you've put so much mental energy into this person that they have fed off of this. And this is the Thief card. This is the Seven of Swords card. They have stolen this mental space from you, stolen maybe even literal ideas from you, stolen your, latched on and benefited from your creativity, your mental property, your mental space, your mental bandwidth even. This could be someone who has not really been able to figure things out for themselves in their own minds, so they have depended on you to solve their problems for them. And they have been a thief, a mental thief in this way, taking this from you. There comes a point where we realize that we can only help a person so much, and sometimes we cross that line into enabling instead of actually helping. And the best way that you can help this person now is by seeking refuge away from them. Taking your ideas, your mental capacity, your mental bandwidth, your ideas, your creativity, and taking them to a new land that you can call your own. It's not a place that you need to share with this other person. They are not entitled to everything that is in here for you, even though perhaps it has seemed like that for a really long time. Maybe you share so much with this person, you love this person so deeply. They are your partner in work or in life. They are a good friend, but you do not owe them this mental space. There is a boundary in your mental space and your heart space that needs to be set between you and this person. And setting that boundary does not deprive them of love or care that you want to give them. It just gives you space to let your mind clear so that you can plow a garden for yourself. You're not just growing things mentally, growing ideas, making decisions on behalf of someone else, because your own decision making, your own ideas, your own creativity maybe has suffered because you haven't been able to plow that garden as much as you've been plowing this person's. So this is really a departure away from letting your time, your energy, your mental space, your head space be stolen from this person. There's an element too of just taking advantage of you that I'm sure has not been intentional. Maybe for some it has. Maybe some of you are dealing with pretty manipulative people. But even manipulation happens on a subconscious level for a lot of people, because it's just people desperate to have their needs met, and to manipulate, to try to control people that they love is the way that they have found to be the only way to get their needs met. So this is a very misguided attempt at closeness with you, at feeling security with you, and it has led to maybe the taking advantage of you and your brain and your intellectual property, your ideas, your mental space, your bandwidth, at your own expense. You can still give those things freely to this person, but there needs to be a boundary set between giving it to them and letting it be stolen from you, letting it be drained from you, letting this mental vampire drain you. The place that you are seeking, that you need to go to in order to honor what is being presented to you by the universe at the beginning of June. I mean, destiny is presenting with you a fresh start, real mental clarity, a really solid idea that you personally will benefit from. This is the hand of God reaching out to you, to benefit you, to help you. And it's kind of like the universe is saying, don't let this person take that from you too. I am giving these things to you. I am not giving it to them. So when I give you these ideas, or when I give you this opportunity to make this decision to benefit yourself, keep that. You have a right to keep that. This person is not entitled even to that. This is for you. I am not giving it to them through you. I am giving it to you. And the universe is stepping forward and saying, this is destiny. This is fate interfering and saying, let me guide you. Let my hand guide your mental process. Let my hand guide your mental clarity. Let me create a band, kind of restart your mental bandwidth so that you can start really thinking about having the ideas and thoughts that are going to benefit you, not the ones that are draining you. I see a new start with this for you in June, whether this is an idea for your business, whether this is a new creative idea, or whether it's simply the lifting a veil on something that has been mentally exhausting for you. There is a lifting of a veil happening where you are having mental clarity about something. You're finally seeing something for what it really is. You're able to think about something in a way that moves you through it instead of stagnates you. Because that kind of thought, the thought that stagnates us, the falling down worry spirals, that kind of thought is not helpful to us. That kind of thought does not serve us. This kind of thought, this is like thinking about something with suddenly a new mind, with a fresh brain, and being like, oh, I can solve this. I can solve this in my head. I can figure this out. I can explain this. I can solve this puzzle. And maybe it is just an intellectual puzzle. Maybe it is just some sort of inner conflict you are having, or maybe it is a very real conflict manifested in your world that you've thought, I can't solve this conflict with my mind. But you can. You can solve this conflict with your mind. You can think your way through this. And there are answers that are revealing themselves to you at the beginning of June. And it's coming straight from source. This is the wheel of fortune here. This is destiny stepping in and taking the wheel, guiding your sight so that you can see things for what they really are. See the situation for what it is. See things maybe that you haven't seen before, and that is going to provide a mental clarity that is going to make your decision crystal clear. The Wheel of Fortune also, there's an element of karma to the Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. Things that are, but it's halfway. It's the half turning of the wheel. We're not at the world, which is the end of the major arcana. This is halfway through the major arcana. So it's like, don't be fooled if you have an idea that you're like, oh, but why am I thinking this idea? Or why am I want to make this decision? This doesn't solve my problems. Or where is this going to get me? Don't think about the end result of it. Don't try to see the end of the path when you're only at the middle of the path. Being in the middle of the path doesn't mean the end of the path doesn't exist. It just means you're in the middle of the path. You need to keep walking. And this is kind of where you are in this way. The wheel is turning in a way that's like, what you have put out, things are halfway towards coming back to you. If you have put out good, if you have put out light, that good is halfway. What's that thing that you eat at a dinner table? It's like a serving plate and you turn it around so everyone, it's like you put something on the plate, you've turned it halfway. That light, that good. Or if some of you know you haven't been putting out that good, that light, you've put out something negative. Karma works both ways. That thing, that whatever it is that you have put out, it is halfway towards coming back to you right now. So if you know that it is something that has come from your heart, that has come from a place of light, you can trust in this idea, in this this brainstorm you have, in this lightning bolt of clarity, or this idea or this decision that you make. You can trust in this because you know this is half of the idea, half of the decision that is bringing you full circle to the real reward when everything does come full circle, when your light, when what you have put out finally does come back to you. Does that make sense? You can trust that this is part of the natural process of the turning of the wheel. This is the part of the natural process of the turning of destiny, of the way that fate brings that karma back to us. So I do think, and I know I talked about the negative sides of karma, but because this is an ace card, this is not, it would be different if we had a card of negativity here, something that was like a 9 of Swords here, anxiety that you have put out, darkness that you have put out, coming back to you in the Wheel of Fortune. I see this as being, this is an ace card. This is the purest, lightest energy of this suit, of this sword suit. So I only see this as an idea, a mentality, a philosophy, a belief, a faith even, that is so rooted in light. What is coming back to you is what is coming on its way, coming to full circle, and only halfway. So be patient. Trust that it's coming. It's halfway on its way back to you. And I do think that it is good. I do think that this is a light thing because this is an ace card. This is Ace of Swords. It is some good, some light, some mental light, mindful light that you have put out that is on its way back to you. And this is destiny doing its job. This is fate doing its job. It's saying, I see you. I recognize what you have done. And now it's time for me to step in and help you. Help return to you what it is that you have put out to the world, because that That is the law of abundance. That is how things work. And this is an abundance of ideas, an abundance of mental strength, an abundance of mental power, mental clarity, creativity, a strong decision-making skill, authority over your intellect, your logic, harnessing your mind as a tool to serve you rather than letting your mind rule you, which is what we never want. So this is incredibly positive. However this is manifesting for you, an idea, a decision, I think that it is important to trust it. It is coming from destiny. It is coming from karma returning some good to you. So you can trust it even if you can't see the end of the path. You can trust that this is halfway on the path towards something that you do want, something that will help you, something that will serve you. You can trust in that. You can trust in your fate. You can trust in your destiny. The Wheel of Fortune only appears when it is describing something that will only bring us closer to our higher selves and our higher paths and our highest good. It is bringing you closer to your higher purpose. And there is nothing good or bad when it comes to bringing us closer to our higher purpose. Both are needed in order to grow on earth and to become the best versions of ourselves. Both light and dark are necessary, completely necessary. They open us up in different ways. They crack our hearts open in different ways. This cracking open is something that will fill you with joy, though. It is something that will feel good, that will feel clear, that will feel strong, that you can really mentally hang your hat on and trust in. You can trust your mind in the beginning of June. You can trust that your mind is serving you correctly, that it is not misleading you in the beginning of June. But that being said, all of this in order to really say yes to destiny, to say yes to the universe presenting you with this, you have to leave this mental vampire behind. You have to leave this behind. You have to sail to this new mental landscape, this new mental land that has room for you to build your own garden. Build and tend your own garden, making sure that there's no one there to steal this from you, to drain this from you. This is from the universe and it's meant for you. It is your karma. It's not theirs. It is yours. You have ownership over this. It is due to you. You have earned it. So don't freely give it away. Don't let it be stolen from you. And this thief, this is not, again, I don't think this is someone with bad intentions. I think this is someone who is hurting, who has depended on you for a while. This kind of deceit does not necessarily have any malice in it. It just has fear. It's someone who is afraid. And so they have latched on to you. They have taken advantage of you in a way that has drained you. And you will best help yourself and best help them by drawing the boundary between your nation and theirs. Their world and your world. You deserve your own mental world. This is a universe that belongs to no one but you. There is a whole universe in your head. There is an entire universe in your head. You choose who you let in. You choose who and what takes up real estate here. It is due, you are overdue for a pilgrimage to a new part of inner space. A pilgrimage to a new uncharted territory in inner space. God, I love the concept of inner space. I'm like, thank you, Spirit, for that, because that's such a cool thought. I want to remember that. If you are able to do this, you guys, there is only abundance and light that awaits you. You might, as you make this pilgrimage, as you leave this person behind, as you no longer feel their influence over you, you might find yourself thinking, oh, all is lost. I've given so much to them. It's kind of like this mental clarity that's revealing itself. You're realizing how much mental space you've given to them, how much mental power you've given to them, ideas, how many decisions you've made for them, whatever it is, whatever shape that takes for you. You're coming to terms with the truth of who you have shared your mind with and maybe overshared your mind with. You're seeing the truth in that. And facing that truth might lead you to believe, oh, I have lost this war. I have lost so many battles. I have lost so much mental bandwidth, so much mental land I have lost to this mental vampire. Do not be fooled by that. This is only a battle. It is not the entire war. And losing a battle does not determine the end of the war. It does not determine the result. All is not lost here. In fact, it is so opposite of this. You might be focused on the loss. Feeling like a refugee, it's very easy to feel lost. Leaving something behind, even if it's just an inner world behind, even if it's inner space that you're leaving behind, there is a feeling of displacement there that makes us feel like we have lost something. Even if it was something that we wanted to lose, or if it was good for us to lose, we still feel the sense of loss, and it still can feel bad. Don't let that natural feeling of loss lead you to believe a lie that you have nothing, because that is not true at all. You have so much. It couldn't be further from the truth. The fact that this showed up with the 10 of Pentacles, you have everything. Abundance is at your fingertips. And if you feel like you are not there yet, then this is what is awaiting you at the end of the path. You're halfway on the path, and this is what's waiting you at the end of the path. This complete fulfillment in earthly, worldly abundance, having everything around you, being surrounded by so much good, so much light, that you could never want for anything else. You could never need anything else. All of your needs will be met as long as you can walk away from this battle and own the title of loser as someone who has lost something. Because losing something does not mean having nothing. There is so much that you have. So much that is waiting for you on the other side of this battle. Along with the Five of Swords comes this very important idea of not to keep fighting when the battle is over. And we often keep fighting because there is an element of ego. Ego could be coming up with this person where you are actually realizing how much you have lost to this person or how you've been taken advantage of, and it's the ego that steps up and wants to tell that person off. It's the ego that says you need to get back at that person, or you need to let them know really what they did to you so they can hurt over it. That is not coming from a place of light. That is coming from a dark place that serves neither you nor them. And it is the ego that makes us, that is an extension of the battle. A battle that you don't need to be fighting. And it's the ego that makes us fight that battle. You are above this. You are above this battle. You are above this entire war because you have everything. And if you can feel that abundance in your inner world, it will only be reflected in your outer world. You can't feel that abundance in your inner world because you've had this mental vampire here this entire time. Your inner world has been shared with something or someone else. You've been sharing what is rightfully yours with someone or something else. I'm hearing for many of you, it's been years that you've been doing this. And it makes it blurry what you deserve and what actually belongs to you, what is truly yours and what you deserve. The veil is being lifted so that you can actually see that once and for all. You can remember what is inherently yours and what you've chosen to give to someone else out of the goodness of your heart. But remember, there is no crime in giving. There is no crime in giving. And you've given so much, and so much of that has been light. So the things that you have given, or the things you've allowed to be stolen from you, there's still been an agreement there. There's still been what's the word I'm thinking of? It's more than agreement. There's been oh God, I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. My brain. There's been an agreement there, even if it's been subconscious, that you've allowed these things to be taken from you. Your permission has been given. But now that you're aware of it, being aware of it allows you to actually say no. Being aware of it allows you to change your position on that permission. And what you have given, as I was saying, has been still light. It has been good. It has been mental light that you have been sharing. So that's what you can trust, giving those things away. The more you give, it's not the less that you have. It doesn't work that way. The more you give, the more you do get. So get smart about your boundaries. Get smart about the inner space that belongs to you. But don't mourn some sort of permanent loss here, like you've given things away that you can never get back. Because giving those things away is the exact thing that has ensured your abundance for you. It's the exact thing that has ensured by the laws of destiny, by karma, that all of this will be coming back to you if it has not already. Though I do think for many of you too, this is simply an issue of moving to this new land, this new mental space, declaring this land that is yours, looking around you and seeing, oh, I've lost nothing. My life is so full. I have so much abundance, so much abundance. I have everything that I could need. And the more that you affirm that, the more of that you create, which means this just begets itself. 10 of Pentacles card, having the 10 of Pentacles mindset just brings more and more and more and more 10 of Pentacles to you. 10 of Pentacles energy to you. So that's cool, Aries. Wow, yeah, almost all swords cards, 1 pentacle, 1 major arcana. This is really a month of some sort of mental inner shift for you, and realizing coming to terms with this thief with the Seven of Swords in your life, whether it is something or someone that has been draining your mental capacity, and recognizing that you are owed, it is your right to have a completely free inner space, the outer space in you, in your mind, that is all yours, that you choose to use however you wish. And you can give it away, and you can also reclaim it whenever you want. This is a time to step up and reclaim it. Reclaiming it right now is you set yourself up for the abundance that is halfway on its way to you, if it's not already there. The abundance that has almost come full circle back to you. You prepare yourself for that by reclaiming this inner space. So please do that. And thank you so much. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. I do this for you. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Happy June, Aries.